I'm Chase.
And I'm Timothy.
And this is Customer Service. All right. Good morning, Vietnam. How we doing, Timothy? I'm losing my will to live, buddy.
Not so good.
We just gotta get through this shit.
We're day 10 in on a run right now, I think. 9 or 10.
I think this is 9. The summation of this will be 9.
Well, yesterday added 2 days for me personally, so I'm putting myself at 10.
That dude looks like a ripped John Mulaney. Did you see that?
He looks like if John Mulaney got into Nigel Caborn.
It's like John Mulaney post facial work, and then also getting into powerlifting for like 6 months.
He's doing kettlebells with Caborn.
Yeah. He is doing kettlebells
on the beach.
But no, we're on day 9. Yesterday was a doozy. You got rocked, obviously. There's a lot of things you're working on.
Yeah,
we tore this bitch down. This was obviously at point of walking in yesterday was the full Visvim event, which that went awesome. We can talk about that. But
we had to tear down the Visvim event. We had to get the stuff back. We had to log everything. We had to I had a bunch of stuff going on with business stuff, like two different.
End of year.
I was fighting a war on 6 fronts yesterday.
Yeah. So you know what though, Timbo? You took it like a champ. You wouldn't even know unless you knew. So you're an angel. He loves that. So we'll take some time here at the end of the week and recoup, and we'll be just fine. But it is a little bit of a slog right now. I drove home last night in silence for most of it because I just couldn't.
Damn.
Dude, it got to the point, and I love everybody here, but it got to the point yesterday I was like, I don't want to be looked at, let alone talked to. So just stop talking to me, stop looking at me, don't need me.
Well, it's also been a mixture of I've had hard mental work, but then also hard physical work.
yeah, like we literally
and then adding social work on top of that.
Yeah.
That is a war on 3 fronts, as I said. That is, I can handle maybe one of those at a time, but without plenty of recharge after each one, that's too much.
Yeah, and like we're lucky, you know what I mean? We have a good job this and that, so we're not complaining. But it does get on top.
It's still hard sometimes,
just
because we get to sell clothes and shit. It's not,
I still do just want to like not be perceived for a few days. Yeah, so it's all good. But so here we are. Thank you for the Visvim event. We could talk about that briefly. That was really fun.
It was nice. I really liked. So we're in the room where we held it. That's where we do the podcast. Is where we did the Visvim event. So it's a little, maybe a little more echoey in here than normal because there's nothing in here because we tore it all down.
Yeah, literally.
And then had to do the podcast. Night. So little lighter in our, what do you call that? Our
backdrop.
Sure, than normal. But it was really fun. It was really nice to set up the room. And like, we're always doing, I think I talked to Traub about this in one of the videos, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself from YouTube, but we're always doing like multi-brand retailer shit where you have to like make a bunch of brands in a space work well together. And that can be like fun, but it can also be incredibly annoying when things aren't working because it feels too different. With the Visvim event, it was like, well, everything's the same and from the same season, and we have one of everything. So it really made it easy to like, for me, at least compared to normal, really easy to merchandise, really nice to make it look super cohesive and pretty. And we had someone do like a nice like floral arrangement. And we had all the music set up. It was really nice to take one space and dedicate it to one brand. It makes me jealous of just like brands because it's like it is mentally easier.
Yeah, because you think like, we'll pop into stores like the Visvim store in Tokyo or any store in Tokyo that's like a flagship store for a brand, and it's like, damn, they can execute on the vision front to back. But when you have a myriad of visions from a myriad of countries and perspectives and fabrics, etc., it does make it a little harder to make it all feel cohesive, which we do. You talk about eclecticism, that's something that you've traditionally talked about, and that's cool. But it was cool to have it through a new lens of like, no, all this shit is from this one season. It's telling a similar color story. It all sits nicely together. We got to pull out some nice decorations and tables and rearrange. I will say it was impressive how much we could fit in this room.
Yeah, we got it in. I mean, I was just thinking like, you think the way to put it in perspective is like, Nanamika is a great brand, really cool, really cohesive all together. Visvim is a really great brand, cohesive all together. But you put those side by side in like a space, and you're like, there's a noticeable difference between these two 100%. Things.
Yeah.
And so like that's what we're normally dealing with in the store. It's not that like, eclecticism, I think, always works, especially you have a bunch of stuff. You put a bunch of stuff that's all nice into one place. It ends up reading in my mind. But it can be hard to merchandise things when it's like, it's just hard to make them all intermix nicely. So it was fun. I had a nice time. People seem to be really stoked. It was nice to talk to people that we didn't know, and nice to talk to people that we do and just don't see anymore.
Yeah.
Got some pod listeners out saying
Yeah,
hello.
shout out our boy who lives in Denver. He showed up. He goes, yeah, I mean, he recognized us right off the rip. And he's like, oh, I like the pod. I'm here for the Mark Kozlik Trapped Under Ice crossover conversation. It's like, yeah, all right, buddy. Well, you won us over. So that's now our boy right down the street. So thanks for coming in. That was fun to chop it up.
I mean, it's cool. We don't get to do that as much anymore. And it's not because like we don't want to. It's just we can't.
There's a lot of other things we do.
We gotta do. So it's cool to like connect with people and hang out and talk shop.
Yeah, it
We
was
like
really cool.
talking clothes.
Yeah, so that was cool. We got to kick it this weekend. So we obviously didn't get into much. Did you do anything over the weekend? Anything to report? I didn't either.
No, decidedly no. I went home and was quiet for a long time, and then went to bed and then did it again.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So no. All the days are blending. I used to at previous jobs, we'll say, I used to do a lot of. I mean, there was stretches where I was working for like 2 months at a time, just no days off, and it turns into like that was all one long day.
Yeah.
I mean, you just kind of it's like when you pull an all nighter and you're like, I don't know where the starts or begins now,
And on that note, I think I've said, but if I haven't, I want to put this out into the universe. Staying up all night is like the worst thing you can do as a person. Like truthfully, that there's nothing worse than staying up all night. Just wanted to say that.
I had a string of it when I had a kid, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be the end of that for me. I can't imagine something comes up and I need to do that. And quite frankly, if it does, it's going to have to wait. I'm not doing it. So.
Tight. I need to go sleep.
I can't imagine what would come up that would be that much of an emergency outside of like a health problem. Like, It's not happening for me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, nonetheless, I did the same thing. Cooked on the all-clads. That was fun. That's been a real treat. We got the all-clad set. Loving that.
And once you dial in your methods and you start like figuring it out, it's just those are like a patience game. Not only from the perspective of letting it get hot enough, but letting things unstick from them when they're done, so that you don't. It's a nice tool once you get it.
Definitely let it get hot as hell, and that worked swimmingly though.
Well, I'm also gonna tell you, you're gonna have a walk back period. It's like an espresso machine. Like you're like, oh, this motherfucker's dialed, and then all of a sudden you switch coffee, and you're like, everything's dicked for
it tastes like
months.
shit. Yeah.
And that's kind of what happens with the all clads. You're like, I got this shit, and all of a sudden you'll be like, fuck, I'm fucking everything up that I do on here for a little while, and then you have to calibrate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well. So nonetheless, here we are. Cole, what about you? What'd you get into this weekend?
I skied. I had a very opposite.
Yeah, leisurely
I
weekend.
feel kind of guilty.
No, you're good.
I skied on Saturday, which was fun.
You said there was a bunch of fights breaking out because there's like no snow and shit?
Yeah, for people that probably know, there's just no snow right now this winter, I think in a lot of places in America and around the world. And, people in Colorado love skiing and snowboarding, and they are a little pissed off that there's not that good of snow and there's not that much.
They're owed it and they deserve it.
Exactly.
And I paid my money for the dumb pass 9 months ago, and I deserve to have X amount of days to ski.
They're like, I drove. And so there's just some shit like in the line. Like the lines were really big because there's not that much open at where I was at, and I think most places. And some dude ran over another dude's skis and he threw his gloves off and he's like, what the fuck? And then wanted to fight this guy, and then the other guy.
Imagining two grown men on skis about to fight is about the least threatening thing I can imagine.
No, two husky owners,
Yeah. No, and they both were like in their 50s. And I think all of us around were just like, what do you...
Let me drop my gloves and then walk over to you penguin style to fight. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You're on a mountain right now. We're not dropping gloves on a mountain, you fools.
No.
That's insane.
No, it was good. But then, I just came back and it was easy. Watched the rest of The Hobbit.
Tell me about this lake you've been going to observe bald eagles.
Oh, it's in Longmont. It's called Macintosh Lake.
Macintosh Lake.
Yeah, cool. It's just like we've noticed for the past couple of weeks that there's been so many eagles, golden eagles and bald, mostly bald.
Now, a golden eagle is a completely different type of eagle?
Completely different, yeah. Because like how most birds will be like the male bird is the most flamboyant, kind of peacocky looking bird, right?
Well, it's because they have to attract the mate, right?
Exactly.
Their colors need to be more vibrant. And
most eagles, it's different. Golden eagles are bigger than bald eagles. Like golden eagles are like fucking 3 to 4 feet tall. They're
you
huge.
said some of these eagles you think standing on the ground would be up to your hips.
Oh, I think they would like pick up anything. They could pick up like I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But what we saw is we've noticed that there's been more and more, and then there's all these old people that are, with their crazy telescopic lenses taking photos. But we saw this like it's frozen over, and there was like all these birds. And we're like, what the fucking birds are these? And they were like, she said she saw 10, but we saw 7 when we looked through the viewfinder. And there were just like 7 bald eagles all standing around in a row, like look like they're colluding to do something.
Hell yeah.
And we were like, this is, and the whole day we kept seeing them in trees. Like, it's cool to watch.
Damn.
It's really cool because, like, we grew up, bald eagles were endangered. Everybody knows that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like, when we were in college, the tides turned and it was like, bald eagles are no longer endangered. They're like one step less endangered, and now like they're just out and about. The golf course I worked on in 2013 had one that lived on the first hole, and you could see it from the tee, and we'd sit out and be like, oh fuck yeah, there it is, dude.
Bald eagles are still like a thing where you see a bald eagle, even if it's just in the picture, and you're like, yeah, fucking America rules.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like it's like that. It's like the Blue Angels and like I'm trying to think like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, Grim Reaper.
What I was
when
watching.
you see those things, you're like, nah.
That's pretty fucking tight.
Yeah.
I saw, what was I watching? I was watching one of the football games and they did a stealth bomber flyover, and I remember being like, Michigan, get in here. The stealth bomber's flying over.
The black
Look at that.
You talking about the black one?
Yeah, the one with the triangle.
Yeah.
That thing is sick.
That thing is so
Or like
fucking
when they
dope.
they show like like a Black Hawk helicopter, and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
That's some American machinery right there.
No, there is something to it, but eagles are cool. I think what I'm gonna do, Cole, is this weekend I'd like to get up. I offered if you guys wanted to make a lap or something.
Oh yeah, we could do it.
I'd like to get up and go see them. I think I've never seen a golden eagle. I haven't even Googled it. I don't even know what it looks like.
They're just like big ass brown eagles.
Yeah,
brownish gold.
This is some bullshit. I had one of our, I think he listens, one of our models that came by.
We can say his name. Andre?
Yeah,
he models
Andre
for us,
came
so.
by and asked me about the bird app, and then punked my ass in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And had all this crazy shit on it after I thought that was tight for having an owl. And he's like, all right, I got that plus eagles. And I was like, what the
Well, and I said to him,
I was literally getting like owned in Pokemon in real life. And it was like, you son of a bitch.
He had the holographics.
You just had to big dog me in front of everyone.
He's
dropped
standing
his
here.
balls on the table and showed me those birds.
He's standing here chit-chatting, and I go, well, shit, Andre, Cole was just telling me, it was literally a day or two ago, Cole was just telling me there's a lake out in Longmont, they got a lot of eagles. He goes, Macintosh Lake? Yeah. He knew the name of it right away. I was like, fuck, dude, you really are him with it.
He's a birder.
That's sick, though. He had some
Yeah, I told you, punked
standouts.
me.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
He set me up. He asked knowing he was about to.
He's listening to you. I'll let you cook. I'll let you cook.
He's like the nicest guy in the world.
Angel, yeah, and we love to have a model. Looks good and everything. Like literally the sweetest guy.
Yeah.
I've said it on here, but 2 summers ago, would have had to have been 2 summers ago. I have binoculars from my mom's dad from when he was in the Korean War or whatever he served and whatever. I have his binoculars, so we have those, and we're sitting out. We're in our living room, and I'm like, what the fuck? There was a huge falcon, like. A big old bird. You could see the talons with your own eyes he was that close to the house on a fence, right? And so we're like, what the fuck is he doing, dude? And he was there for a long time. And like by our trash cans, so we couldn't like go out and take the trash out. That's how we like saw him. So anyway, we're looking, and all of a sudden I'm watching him, I'm looking at the binoculars, and I'm looking at his talons, and he's super, super crazy. And he goes, lifts up his wings, comes down. I look, there was a rabbit that he had like been stalking, completely torched the rabbit. But he kept trying to fly away, but like the rabbit was a little too heavy. But like if we were to come out there, you could tell that he was looking at us like, don't even fucking think about it. This is my rabbit. He like stood watch over that rabbit for like a whole day and eventually did get it gone. But crazy. Damn. Nature is pretty dope.
Yeah.
He did the equivalent of having to eat in the car.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. That he literally was like, fine, fuck it, then we'll just do it here. You know?
I have a funny shifting gears, but I have a funny gym update. We haven't done a gym update in a while because I've been inconsistent because we were so busy with things. I'd get days in, but I wasn't getting my regular situation. So there's been a lineup change. You know what I mean? Which happens every like few months at the gym.
Well, the semester and
so you get a lineup change. And a new person that I've become friends with over the past couple of days is this girl at the gym who is, I was just telling Abby about it. If you were to just have her head, she's like, she looks like a small little goth girl. She comes in full done up goth makeup, like did it fresh for the gym, which is wild.
And like
kind of sick.
Like, are we
though.
saying like goth, like
Multiple-
Marilyn Manson
mul-
type shit?
Well,
Like white
is
makeup and shit.
Let's
you know?
be clear. This is a moving target.
That's what I'm-
obviously,
yeah.
Throughout the years, but I would say pretty traditional. When you close your eyes and think of goth girl,
Yeah.
you've got it.
Yeah.
It's
You said
like
multiple
little,
necklaces
little
and-
choker,
Yeah.
dark lip, a lot of eyeliner.
Understand, yep.
A couple extra dots and shit around.
Understood, yep.
Got the bangs.
Yeah.
Straightened hair, all black. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
pretty traditional.
Sure.
Nothing like we're not talking like Nordic
Yeah.
type of.
But if we were in a room
but-
and you said something, the goth girl, we'd know that
you
that's
know
who we're
which one I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
sure, cool,
Now,
gotcha.
And
Understood.
small little head. You'd say, this girl is got arms like pythons, brother. She could punch a hole through your body. I'm not joking around. I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not playing like veins, bro. She is jacked. She is a level I'm never gonna get to. And so I thought that's like a wild mixture, but
Yeah, yeah.
tight. You know what I mean? Especially to put all that makeup and come here and she's just
Kick ass.
stunting on
Yeah,
these
yeah.
dorks that are like she's hard lifting.
Yeah.
She came up to me the first day because I had like a Mayhem shirt on. This is
Yeah.
one of the gym,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
one of the
yeah,
gym
yeah.
rotation shirts.
Yeah.
And because those are designated because they're
A little, you
more.
know.
They're a little too much.
Understood, yeah.
And she came up and she goes, "Hey, like the shirt," and then gave me a little knuckles. And I was like, "Tight."
Which is this is your
Hurt
dream.
my fingers when she hit, you know what I mean? And then, so today she's in there again. She's doing her thing. I'm doing my thing, doing light workouts. You know what I mean? She looking like an idiot. And she come to me and I have this one Slayer shirt that it's mostly I just like the shirt because it's like says hello weights and it's a guy getting torn limb from limb. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a gym shirt.
Yeah.
And
Real pause. I thought you said hello weights as in HELLA space WEIGH.
like the
She has
Zach,
like a gym.
like the Zach Hill band, or San Francisco. Hello
Okay,
Weights.
yeah,
Anyway,
Hello
it doesn't matter. It's and she came up and she goes, "Man, 2 days in a row, killer shirt, bro." No, and she goes, "Killer shirt, big bro." Then got me again, and I was like, "Damn, this girl." And I'm like 20 years older than her. I would guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, she rules.
That's so
Yeah,
sick.
she's my hero.
I love that for you too. Like I know that you're like stoked that
I love that.
you could be friends with her
that
now.
This is we're buddies.
Yeah, big bro.
Yeah.
That's so tight.
I've never said a word to her other than like, yeah, thanks, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's tight. So little gym
love
update.
it.
Great, dude.
No
awesome.
other updates other than there was a guy. There's a guy in there that's wearing like a fluorescent green, you know, like a construction worker's
Yeah,
shirt,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
with regular like carpenter jeans and boots.
Damn.
And he's in there working out, kind of, but he's mostly giving people instruction for some reason. So he's just going up and like correcting people's form.
I hate
Dude,
that.
like, does he look like a guy that has the right form?
No,
Okay. I was wondering, like, is this dude like yoked out of his mind?
no, he looks like the dad at you go to like like your friend's house. You don't normally go to their house, and you see his dad for the first time, and you're
Yeah,
like, oh
I
yeah,
understand.
there's what he looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
But, you know the guy I'm
Yep,
talking
got
about.
it. Yeah.
So just a guy. So that's an interesting fellow that's there, but
Yeah.
I don't really. He didn't talk to me. So
Yeah.
Your form was good.
yeah. What else is going on?
Nothing.
Yeah.
We're gonna this weekend get some Korean barbecue. So Cole, if you'd like to join,
Oh, I'd
Timothy,
love to.
I'm sure you've been invited.
I'm okay.
but I'm sure you don't want to do that. So
I'm okay.
we'll be doing that
Enjoy.
this weekend. My mom and sister are coming into town. I can't tell if it's this Friday. It's either next. It's 2 Fridays from now. So I'm excited for that. So
What do you
we'll
got on
hang
the
out.
agenda?
We're gonna just kick it. We're just probably just get an Airbnb in Longmont, kick it, cook, and
Ooh.
bullshit. You know what I mean? Take my mom out to dinner. She really likes Lucille's.
So we're night on the town.
Night on
in
the
Bongmont.
town. In Bongmont, yeah. So I know she'll probably want to go to Lucille's for breakfast. She loves that shit. Other than that, just kicking it. I'm excited to see them though. This is when we do our holiday stuff because during the holidays proper, it's too insane. Delaney, her flight schedule's insane,
yeah.
and obviously we're so busy, so it's hard to leave. So, I'm excited to see and hang out with them. Yeah, I got really, truly just been here. Nothing new to report. Been good. Just kicking it. We get a new couch tonight. Gets delivered this afternoon. I'm excited and looking forward to that. That's gonna switch up the vibe completely. I've been watching that Claire Danes show, The Beast in Me. Great show. Really enjoying it. I
Yeah.
finished up Your Friends and Neighbors. We enjoyed that. Good show. Yeah, that's about it.
Jeez, where are you bringing your old couch?
Timothy and I were just talking about this. We're gonna put it out on the sidewalk with a sign that says free, and if it doesn't get picked up by like that afternoon, Boulder
I
has
think you
got
got
to
to do some kind of like You got to get on like a Craigslist, or if you just put it out
Facebook
there free.
Marketplace.
This isn't the city.
Oh, we'll
you know what I
probably
mean?
put it on Facebook Marketplace and just
Yeah.
say free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is what we do with everything that we get rid of. We've gotten rid of, old like little shelving units, or all of our old stainless steel pots and pans put out there. They were gone that afternoon. Old planters. It does get picked up, but we aren't on necessarily like a main ass street. So the couch is huge too. So like you wouldn't just happen upon it in your Ford,
Taurus.
and
I really
get
think
it.
you can take
Your
pictures
Crown
of it
Vic.
in its place. You don't even need to put it outside and just say free, and someone will snatch it. I
Yeah.
think it'll take 40 minutes online.
Yeah.
So we'll probably drag that out there tomorrow morning, and do that.
That's
so,
good.
but I'm excited. New couch. Yeah. Matt, yeah, that's about it. I don't have,
I haven't had time to do anything to talk about. Is the
Yeah,
part, you know what I
exactly.
mean? So
Yeah.
we did the Visvim event. We set up the Visvim event.
yeah, I was gonna say starting
I
last
did other
week.
work,
Since
regular work.
we've potted, I painted the Visvim event graphic on the window. I painted the wood
It was
sign.
nice to see on the other side of the glass for a little while again.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
I like you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was holding up my. I was doing my thing, and I like threw out my back because I was holding my breath in a weird way. So I'm old. Yeah, that's about it. Remember Tennis Hen, Timbo?
Yeah, I have a picture of it on my phone.
Yeah.
Yep.
One time, years and years and years ago, this would have been 2018 probably, we had everybody over at my house out in Gun Barrel where we had like 5 empty living rooms. We like had our shit in our bedrooms, and then basically the rest of the house was empty. One of the rooms we set up a tent for a period of time, But
When
we were
they
playing,
do like a police raid and they show like the body cam footage, you go in the house and you're like, what the fuck? What's in here? Like,
nothing.
that's sort of the way the house looked, where it was like, there's no furniture in the living spaces. I'm not sure. Certain areas are very messy. Certain areas kind of look very clean because it looks like they've never been inside of those areas.
yeah.
It was a very unusual
There was like an
setup.
empty bedroom on the top floor for like most of the time we lived there. An empty living room, an empty dining room, a half-filled living room.
That's so funny.
One of the roommates had his laundry like out and about in piles, and it was like he knew what it was.
One room would have
Mining computer was out and about, but it wasn't an actual in a PC tower. It was like if you went to Target and got like a little wire rack that you would put in a pantry,
Yeah.
and then you zip tied all your graphics cards and shit to the wire rack, and then plugged them in. That was his mining computer where he mined Ethereum, but like lost money on it because
it looked like when the teachers in the 90s would drag out like the one computer that they had, you know what I mean, that was on a
Yeah.
cart in the hallway,
Yeah.
and it was like the speakers were zip tied to the side and
Yeah.
shit. It looked like that, or it looked
Yeah.
kind of like some sort of steampunk situation.
So but Tennis Hen. So we were playing a drinking game. It was me, Cooper, Timothy, Abby, and like my roommates. And
It was a wild mix of
It
people.
was just a wild mix of people. Probably like 5 dogs, maybe 4 dogs in there at that
There's a
point.
lot of dogs.
And we're playing King's Cup.
Yeah, King.
Is that where you
Yeah.
play with the card? Every card has a rule.
Every game that someone has taught me, I instantly forget as soon as we stop.
He actively puts up a wall when you're
Yeah.
being explained the rules.
Yeah.
No, don't want to know. Anyway, we couldn't remember what 10 was. 7 is heaven, so the last person to point to heaven, or you know what I'm saying? But you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's one of those
We
dumb-
couldn't remember what it was. 10. What is 10? What is 10? We said 10 is hen, meaning the person who pulled 10 had to be a hen, meaning they had to go outside and they had to play through the window in the kitchen. So it's just Cooper looking in through
Yeah,
the
Cooper was
window.
always hen.
10 is hen. 10 is hen, man. That's a good memory. So 10 is hen. That was me
then you-
painting out there.
Then we got in trouble because you put on the Will Ferrell movie Kicking and Screaming in another room, and I just went and sat and watched it with you, and then no one knew where we were, and we were supposed to leave.
I love Kicking and Screaming. For anybody that hasn't heard, also all of my electronic devices are named something along the lines like Will Ferrell and Mike Ditka in Kicking and Screaming.
Yeah.
So
So if you're around, you want to airdrop him something naughty.
that's
Yeah,
me.
You know it's a,
Yeah. Mike Ditka. That's
Mine's
tight.
D-Dust too.
Yeah, DDoS too. OG CS Matt. In Kicking and Screaming, they got Mike Ditka in there. It's pure comedy. Movie starts with Mike Ditka. He lives next door to Will Ferrell's dad, and they have a rivalry. And one way or another, Will Ferrell is in Mike Ditka's house. He's showing him like in his like office where there's trophies and shit, and he's smoking a cigar. And Mike Ditka's wife is like, "You smoking that fucking cigar?" And he hands it over to Will Ferrell. I don't think he probably doesn't swear. Hands him the cigar and pins it on him, and it's just classic comedy. So you guys need to go watch that movie. So
That movie being described as classic comedy is so funny. Somebody was saying that we need to be doing the Golden Globes, which I agree we should.
Yeah.
That is at the level that we both agree we're at, is that Golden Globe hosting level. But I do think we do a better job than they do. And I also think we're at an advantage that I know movies really well. I know all the celebs, and I'm ready to gossip.
Yeah.
And what am I going to lose? You know what I mean? So I can gossip whatever I want to. You'd know every movie that like somebody did, like some C-list movie they did in the early 2000s, and that's it.
Well, it's like when I said, "Hey, did you hear R.I.P. Jess's dad from New Girl got killed?" And you go, "Rob Reiner?"
Yeah, that's what you know him from? A cameo on New Girl?
So yes, I like
They like revolutionized different forms of comedy and how to put those in the movies. Not you.
that's me.
Jess's
You can
dad.
take that for every celebrity though, because there's been multiple times where I'm like, "Oh, what it just happened the other day." Somebody and I go, "Oh, she's in What We Do in the Shadows." You're like,
Greta
"Fuck, you know
Lee.
she's not in it." Like she
yeah,
is, but
Greta
just for
Lee. Yeah.
like an episode.
I
like,
saw that on the Discord. Other people felt the same way. They were like, what is he talking about? And they're like, "Oh, yeah, she was? Jesus Christ. That's what you know her from?"
Yeah. So, but I do agree because I would just be happy to be there. You know what I mean? I get to wear a nice little suit, fun little suit, or a nice little tie.
No. We're wearing what we normally wear.
I'll wear
We're not
I'll wear
dressing
Visvim.
up. Yeah.
Anybody ever wore Visvim to the Golden Globes?
It's just a lot of black and navy.
Yeah,
You're
honestly.
dressed like a bruise.
That's tight, dude. Actually, bruise coloring might be kind of where I live.
Yeah.
Not at its peak where it's both green and purple, but during the healing process where there's some navy, there's some browns, you know?
You're wearing a really, really, really big suit. It's like Steve Harvey.
I get the teeth too.
I got him done for the awards. Yeah, that's tight.
That would be fun. But I legitimately would enjoy it. And I think there'd be something really funny about it, of being like the layman, because I will know them by imagery. I won't know most of their names or what
You're
they're there
extensively
for.
Nardwaring them by accident because that's the information. You didn't do the research. That's just all you have.
I'm earnest and I'm nice about it. But like, if I were to talk to Rob Reiner, I'd be like, "Man, I loved you in New Girl. So awesome you got to work with Jamie Lee Curtis together. Like that was your wife in the show." And then if I got to meet Jamie Lee Curtis, that would be actually a real treat. I'd say, "I loved you in Freaky Friday. I love you in Seven Fishes on The Bear." And that'd be where it ends. That's
where it ends.
I'm sure that I know more of her, but that's where
And
my
to
mind
you,
would
those
go.
two things are one and the same.
One and the same.
That's the same.
Yeah. She kills it as Jess's mom in New Girl. Kills it.
Man, you gotta watch like other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You only know like some stuff. Like such a small sliver of stuff is what you have.
Have we podded since I watched Begonia? Did we talk Begonia on the last pod?
I don't know.
Loved it.
I don't know.
Loved it.
Yeah, I don't
we
think
don't
we
need,
talked
we don't
about
need in the event that I did. We don't need to go into it, but I loved it. It's worth a watch. If anybody out there hasn't watched it, just do it. It's such a treat. Jesse Plemons too he's the man. He's regarded as.
Was that your favorite movie of 2025 then? I mean, there's the
When
pool,
did
the
Kinds
pool.
of Kindness come out? With that 2024?
I think that was 2024. I could be wrong.
I mean,
think it's
Begonia was. I certainly enjoyed it. Shoot, I wish I would have. No, we talked about this. One battle after another. We did that in the wrap up. I don't know. I really liked Begonia. I liked that situation.
How did you like Stavi in it?
I thought he killed.
He's like
I
the
thought he
cop,
killed.
right?
Good for him, dude. Because
Yeah.
that's a dude that makes so many penis jokes, you know, and to like be able to like get in and like. Because, you know, like, I think of him as, like, a really raunchy, dirty comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool to see him get some play because, like, he is funny.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the thing about him, Adam Friedland, all those guys, all those Cometown guys, that
Yeah.
was the reality is they are that thing, but they're also like each individuals, like they are intelligent guys, like
Yeah.
they
And
know-
self-aware.
They do know what they're doing,
Yeah.
and I think that like I actually think between the group of them, like Stavi might be the one that's got like he's maybe the smartest. Like when you listen to him talk on that podcast, and when he does like some
Yeah.
more sincere interviews and stuff, he like slightly more,
Yeah.
he's really intelligent. Even when they do like the relationship advice on the show, he's got like he at first it's a bunch of dick jokes and stuff.
Yeah, of
but then
course.
he's giving good advice.
He
quite
lets
frankly, you know
through
what I mean?
him
Yeah.
as like a real person
Yeah.
sometimes, and you're like, oh, you are self-aware and funny. Did you by chance do the Danny Brown, Adam Friedland interview?
I
yet?
haven't watched that one yet. No.
It's so
It's
funny.
great.
Yeah.
dude. It's great. Anybody out there watch the Danny Brown video of him? It's on YouTube. Type in
I've seen
like
some of the clips.
backwoods Danny Brown rolling blunt, and it's like formerly like Gunna's been on their Little Baby, and they're usually like 4 to 5 minutes. I've said it before on the pod. Danny Brown, they like give him 1 or 2 questions, and he riffs for 30 minutes while scream laughing at the camera. I love him. He's a great
I
personality.
really liked his outfit on the Adam Friedland show, though.
See, I listen. I didn't see.
Oh, it's cool. It's
cool,
great.
yeah.
You gotta watch because I love the vibe of that set and
You can see
everything.
how
It's so
awkward
cool.
the-
I love it. He's got the Laura Piana hat on.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
but it looks kind of beat like he wears.
Wait,
it
he
all the
has
time.
Laura Piana?
It's very sick. Yeah.
You turned me on to the Adam Friedland show by the video of the guy being uncomfortable wearing the leather jacket. Who do you have on?
Julian Casablancas.
He
It's
goes,
making so much noise.
he's doing that bit about the lady.
I want to be a
singer.
singer.
I want to be a singer. Yeah. Nasty.
Nasty. Didn't you
When you
nasty
date her,
lady?
dude?
Did you guys hook up?
Yeah, you guys. So anyway, I do like those guys though, and Stavi in that movie was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it.
So I don't know. It's been a good time. You know, I'm a little tired, but it's been good. I've just been hanging out. Been watching football. Great. Let me have a second, Timbo. Great wild card weekend for football. There were some dog shit games. I'm talking the Pittsburgh-Houston game last night. I'm talking the Chargers game the other night. Some stellar comebacks. Caleb Williams, animal. That was a good comeback against the Packers. Stellar game. Who else? Jaguars almost eked one out against the Bills. I like the Bills. I'd like to see them go to the Super Bowl. So that was good. Wild card weekend was fun. I love playoff football. NFL continues to be the best brand out there. So
Who do you not
Big
want to
fan.
win the Super Bowl?
That's a good question.
of the teams right now that are going, let me pull it up because I get mixed up on the matchups. But
I just want to know who I want to root for in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I know the Broncos are doing really good.
Oh, I don't want the Broncos to win, but that's
All right.
too obvious.
All right, I want the Broncos to
seems-
win.
Don't
I
tell
want the
Chad
Broncos
that.
to win for Chad.
Yeah, me too. Because who else?
ye-
It's like Pats are up there.
Not them.
No, dude, the Pats, they can.
Indiana just sent Boston packing last night in the NBA. It's great.
Oh,
last,
they did?
last 2 minutes,
Hell yeah.
like
Yeah, they
last
deserve
seconds. I think 14 seconds left.
No, they can deal
Siakam
with
rolled
not.
one in.
They got too
Fuck
many
those guys.
wins here.
I don't know, dude. I don't really want any
All right,
of the
well,
teams.
just keep me posted.
I
so
don't
know
want
who
the
to-
Broncos to win. I safely don't want the Broncos to win. If I want a team to win, it's the Bills. I want the Bills to win. I
Okay,
like Josh
here's what
Allen.
I'm gonna do. Whoever you don't want to win, I'm gonna put money on it.
Yeah.
So then if they win, it's a double. It's double in your
Yeah,
face.
you can hedge your shit.
I'm gonna buy myself Jimmy John's the next day.
Going
Get it
at
delivered
me.
here.
It's like I love that. That's me attacking you.
Yeah.
I root against who you want in the NFL. And if I
venom.
win money from the bet, I eat Jimmy John's without you.
Well,
It's so good.
speaking of which, shout out my boy who sent the Jimmy John's gift card. I'm gonna finally use that today. I went to use it a week or two ago, but realized I had a reward in there. So I was able to get a sub for the cost of the tip for delivery. So that was tight. But I will be getting a Jimmy John's sub today. That's gonna be a treat.
The way to chase is
Yeah,
hard.
we love football. We love the NFL. One of the guys in Discord sent me a photo. He's gonna get. There's like a photo of Rob Lowe on the sideline, but like wearing a flat brim
Notorious
NFL
douchebag.
hat. Wait, notorious douchebag? You said?
Yeah,
Oh, is he not cool?
he sucks.
Oh, I assumed he was exactly like he is in Parks and Rec.
No.
No, he sucks.
No.
He's he sucks.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I thought I figured he was
wear,
like.
he would wear an NFL hat. That is who he'd side with. The NFL.
I don't like any of the teams. Just that.
yeah.
I just like the ones who govern the men.
No, you know what? I'm pro Bears. That's who I want to win. I want Bears to win. Bears are who I'm rooting for the playoffs. Just so I said it.
Yeah, that was a nice day for Chicago sports because the Bulls
Yeah.
put it on too.
And also, this is interesting to me. Abby said too that it felt like anecdotally there were more Green Bay fans in Chicago than Chicago Bears fans.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who liked the Bears. I don't know. That was never like a thing. When I lived there, it was all Blackhawks because they were winning.
Well, that was during the
Was it
Tavares, Patrick
Yeah.
Kane.
what's his name?
I can't think of the rest.
He's like one of the best.
Patrick Kane scandal.
Yeah,
And then it was big, like White Sox and Cubs were always still like a big thing. But
Yeah.
You know, the White Sox, I don't know anything about the MLB, so somebody could weigh in that would know more, but apparently that organization is crumbling. They've got like no money. It's been called like a high school organization or like a D1 organization or something.
we
Like
talking
they're like
about?
the White Sox. So it's a bummer. I think they're cool. I think they're cooler than the Cubs for sure.
definitely.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Just on merch alone.
Yeah. They have a way cooler logo.
Way cooler logo. Yeah.
If you guys were to wear just in imagery alone, is there a bit? Because listen, and here's the thing. I want to talk about this. I want to know what you guys think. But like, I was looking for like a vintage Browns hat, right?
Oh yeah, I can easily find this. I don't need to put out a request for it, but I want like an older Chicago Bulls hat. I just need it to fit exactly because the Bulls logo is that's my answer.
I grew
That's
up
my
drawing
favorite.
that on printer paper daily.
So you know when you used to have to cover your books in like like you could
Oh my God,
you could do one of two
dude.
things. You either had the like pantyhose you covered them in,
Yeah.
or you had to
Or
like
you had the loose sticker
or
material.
you had to like fold like paper like a you know what I'm talking about, like grocery
crepe.
bag
Yeah,
paper around them.
Oh my God,
And
Timothy,
then it was
this
just
is
Bulls
so
logo on
deep
every single
cut.
one. Yeah.
I have not thought about that since the last time I did it in probably second grade. You know what I mean?
I drew that. I drew the Chicago Bulls and the Radiohead, the little monster, the little Radiohead mousy looking thing on everything. I did those two.
Damn.
So
are
you
on
would get a
everything.
Bulls hat because what I was going to say is this.
Yeah, I want a
do
Bulls hat. I
think
just can't find the right one.
There's something about I want a Browns hat, right? But I think when wearing sports memorabilia, specifically a hat, to me, the only appropriate sports hat is the baseball team from the city you're trying to represent. That's just me. Like I wouldn't wear a Cavaliers hat. You know what I'm saying? Although the Bulls have, and I grew up with it. I can think of it. It's red. It was mesh, trucker-ish. Had the big thing, but like red throughout the whole thing, and then like a black stripe. It was really tight. But like. Obviously, the Guardians, it's pretty cool. I have a hat. It's too small for my head. I need to get another one. Is there teams in baseball that you were like, I wish I could rock that hat because I have some connection to that city, but you don't, and you don't want to feel like a poser?
Well, Indiana never had a team, right? They don't have a baseball team.
No, they don't.
So I didn't have that.
Yeah, no.
Closest would have been Chicago.
I had
Cincinnati.
like a minor league Wizards hat from where I'm from my town.
That
but
might
like
be the coolest. Honestly, the coolest.
Yeah,
answer.
minor league would probably be the coolest.
Do you? They were the Wizards.
Yeah.
Wait, they had a cool
They
logo.
were the Wizards, which was like just like it looked like a like a Lord of the Rings looking. It was like a detailed drawing of a wizard with a wizard's hat on.
Cool.
Like Gandalf.
And then they changed it to Dinger, which was the name of like it was like
The mascot.
it changed into like this goofy looking dragon.
Oh.
And everyone kind of called him Dinger like it was a dinger, It was like all
Yeah, yeah.
thing.
Well, hitting a dinger in baseball is when you.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, if you were
interesting.
13, you thought of it in a different way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Dude, minor league baseball games, cool. Is there a minor league team out here? Out in Aurora or something? He's going to look that
God
up.
forbid I'm not wearing a Rockies one in the purple.
Well, that's the thing is,
no.
I'd like to represent Cleveland. I think the Guardians are cool branding. You can't wear Indians hats anymore, but I have one that I wore through my youth, and it is beat to shit. But I would never wear a fucking Rockies cap. The colors are god awful, imagery bad, and I think they're an awful team.
I had a San Francisco Giants hat when we used to follow it on the MLB app.
When you were a Lincecum fan.
Yep. So my
cool.
friend was in the Mets. I was into the San Francisco Giants. We would sit on one of those parking blocks. You know what I mean? We'd sit there and smoke cigarettes and drink one beer and watch most of a game,
Like a jersey barrier?
with the hats on,
Yeah, that's cool.
and then you'd just be watching the bases light up,
Yeah, dude,
and you'd be like, "Oh hell yeah!"
no, there's something cool. There really is something cool about that. And
I did it last night because the Indiana game wasn't broadcast on the NBA thing. You know what I mean? So I was just watching the play-by-play on the app.
Yeah.
Just watching it while having a water.
While having water.
And just be like, oh yeah. And I'm
No,
like, Abby,
that's
something's
cool.
happening, but it's like I can't see it. I'm just watching the play-by-play.
We had a minor league team in Cleveland called the Lake County Captains. Lake County Captains. And same thing. We would go for Dollar Dog Night, me and my buddies. And man, I love a minor league baseball game. I think that's better than going to an MLB game, bar none. I love going to a minor league game. Cole, any luck? Do we have one in the area?
So it used to be the Denver Bears, and it's now the Zephyrs.
Is that Denver Zephyrs?
Denver
Who are they a
Zephyrs.
farm team for? Do you know? Are they a farm team for the Rockies?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
And then, but the ones around us are the Albuquerque Isotopes, which is kind of dope. Fresno Grizzlies and the Spokane Indians.
Interesting. Wow, they got to keep
What do you
that
think?
one,
What do
huh?
you think we would be? I think it'd probably be the Canoe Club Raccoons.
Yeah.
The Coons.
The Canoe Club Raccoons, the Canoe Club Scavengers.
Whoa.
Because that's how I live my
I'm
life.
just thinking of some sort of like animal that eats trash.
Yeah, I was just, damn, we do need to. Do we need to do that? Do we need to make a canoe, like a faux Canoe Club baseball cap? Like
I see
a
what
Tokyo
you're
Giants
saying,
or
yeah.
something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna
47.
cook that up even just for fun, just for the imagery of it.
So we need the CC, and then you need some sort of
Yeah, some sort of
yeah.
Like a
we'll figure that
Bandit or
out.
something.
Let's do that because I think it'd be fun to do a limited run.
Now,
of
the
hats.
thing is, it would be nice if it was alliterative, like Canoe Club, camels.
Do we? If
you know?
anybody out there is listening, you're a designer, illustrator, whatever, and you want to try to tackle this, send it over to me. If we
Okay.
get them made, I'll throw you some love.
Yeah.
We could just ask AI to make us a Joe Camel like a guy, but he's in like fatigues and like a cover like a denim coverall.
Yeah.
But he's got the same like attitude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that's kind of our guy.
That or
It's
Chester
just
Cheeto. Still
no,
alliterative.
that's true. I think we're gonna probably run into some legal issues given that that's their mascot, but we can borrow him.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But
At least Joe Camel's not in like use right now. I don't
Yeah,
think
he looks cool.
they're not using him.
No.
Those images are so weirdly
Unfortunate.
horny if you look back at him.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Everything was
I used
sexy
to have
back
this
then.
like playlist thing that I ran a long time ago, and I just would always just use Joe Camel images.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're always so like they're like weird.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why are you supposed to find him sexy? Like that
Yeah.
seems so. And I know his nose is supposed to be like a dong, but it's like, what in what world is this turning anybody on?
it
you
is
know?
supposed to be like a dong.
Yeah.
He made his nose a penis.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing. We don't need to go down this whole.
Yeah, we don't need to
this
go into
is-
it.
Yeah, but
Next thing you know, we're going to be watching Disney clips of that dude with the boner.
yeah.
But anyway, real quick. So the Wizards / Dinger. Are there any other baseball teams outside the Giants? Like for instance, I really think I've always said this. I think the Brewers. Shout out Spaceman. I think the Brewers have their branding is awesome. I think their stadium's cool. But I've always loved the Brewers. How it's the glove and it's MB. You know what I mean? It makes the form of the letters too. It's just like classic. You don't see sports logos like that anymore. It's like of a time.
There's a correct answer here, and it's the old Seattle Mariners logo, the Ken Griffey Jr. era Seattle Mariners.
Is it with the compass?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
With gray and shit. Like
Yeah.
those colors are tight.
That one's dope. Growing up, I always put the Mariners and the Marlins in the same category, but now I realize the Mariners are all the way up here and the Marlins.
Marlins are over here.
and
Yeah.
Ken Griffey Jr. was cool. Those
It's cool,
chains
man.
and stuff that he
Yeah,
had.
he was
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
Bring back swaggy baseball players. Maybe there are some. No, there are. Who's that dude that plays for the Pirates? I know he's swaggy. I'm not gonna think of his name. Anyway, we got a lot of baseball
We
need
need
Discord
more
too.
bad boys in sports. That's what I've really noticed.
Yeah.
Even the mild following along I'll do is like nobody's bad. It's because the organizations are too big, and they're like, "I'll just fine you." And it's like,
It's like John Morant getting suspended because he was toting guns on IG Live and shit. like multiple times.
well, that's the other problem. Is like we got to get. I think that when you enter those things, you should be like, you guys can't have social media. I understand you're already making a lot of money. You don't need to find other ways to do it, and we don't need you to do stuff. We don't need to see everything. I want to hear about things. You just kind of heard about things Dennis Rodman did, but there wasn't that much coverage. Every once in a while, an image would come up.
But then
you know,
you'd watch the game and you'd be like, I bet he did do
You can
that.
tell he's wild. You can tell he's nuts. You know, I think you got to let people build the world in their head a bit more than.
If you put out a poll in 1999, let's just round up, say 2000. We're wrapping up 90s basketball. Michael Jordan maybe was in his retirement before coming back to the Wizards. Rodman wasn't playing anymore, I don't think, in 2000. Nonetheless, we put out a poll and you say, which 90s basketball player is most likely to go to North Korea and befriend the regime? We'd unanimously vote it was Rodman. So it's just, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you just kind of knew.
Yeah,
and that's
obviously.
the thing. Like, sometimes it goes the opposite too. You see, like Steph Curry, like as a family man, and you're like, well, I wanted him to be a little bit swaggier than that. I mean, that's all good. He seems like a nice guy, but it's just sort of like I want to build the world I want to build.
Yeah,
you know,
Steph Curry is like a really nice guy. You know, and again, being a Cavaliers fan, growing up in Cleveland. 2015, 2016, etc. You hated Golden State. I'm now at a point where I am so pro Golden State. They still play good basketball. It's a good organization. A lot of the players have been there for a long time.
Coach.
Good coach. Steve Kerr. You gotta like the Golden State Warriors. So bang from 3.
Bang. All right, let's move into some questions.
Yeah, we got some questions, Colas.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting stuck into MLB.
Before I start, I don't have them on today. Shout out Bill. I copped some new optic glasses, Native Suns, the Flannery shape. I need to get my prescription put in this weekend. Haven't had time, but I'm going to pop down, get my prescription put in. Shout out, Bill. Appreciate you, bro. I'll have my glasses on here soon enough. Mm-hmm. But I am trying this new thing where I'm going to not wear my contacts so much, and I'm very excited to have 2 pairs of glasses that have prescription in them.
I got so many. I gotta get my eyes checked. I gotta get the glasses done. I gotta get the teeth taken care of. I got some things I gotta do.
I think I've been grinding my teeth or
Q1.
something at night. You know, my teeth, like my jaw's been like a little sore. Or I sleep on my face though too, so it's like if I'm like doing that, you know. So I don't know, man.
Sleep on my face.
I do.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, we got questions.
What brand would you trust to dress you head to toe for an important life event?
Visvim.
So like you would want to be in Visvim.
You understand?
I'm doing a bit. I'm doing a bit.
Normally, they sort of like when you do that. That's what he's saying. You kind of the designer does what they want to do and they dress you.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing a bit because in Discord we've been saying like, you think anybody's ever worn Visvim to a Broncos game? Or like my buddy will text me and be like, how many people you think have worn Visvim in the Culver's drive-through? You know, things like that. And you do wonder like how many people have.
After being in the Discord, it's a lot. That's the reality. You know, it's been an in and out. It's been at the grocery store. It's been everywhere. Because where else are you guys going? You know what I mean?
That's it. Yeah. So, but a brand like we're saying like a la Timothy Chalamet being part of the Chrome world, right?
Or like Bruno Cucinelli or Prada. Or,
I'm going to say it's going to be a brand here because I don't care about those big brands. Don't care.
I hate this. This is going to make me so fucking mad if you go down this lane again.
La Mer.
Yeah. I kind of
La Mer or Ali. If we're talking like if we were hosting a red carpet thing or we were it'd be pretty easily, it'd be La Mer or Ali. And not just because I don't care about those other brands because I don't, but I think realistically La Mer or Ali would be something that I'd feel comfortable in. Execution would be cool. Hell yeah, that's the dude in the Cold World hoodie.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Damn,
yeah, that's my boy.
Damn, we should have just got him in here. Yeah,
come in here.
Damn, La Mer or Ali. Probably leaning towards Orly because I think that'd be like fucking luxurious feeling.
Yeah. What like silhouette would you want? Would be like
a suit? I'd say just put me in a suit.
Like a 2-piece?
Put me in a suit with a tie. I don't know what that. Yeah, whatever one. You tell me.
Slouchy?
Yeah, of course.
More, slouchy. Yeah. Triple XL.
Again, 90s draft class, kind of big.
Yeah.
You know.
What kind of?
Again, you don't get to dictate to them what they're going to make for you.
Well, then whatever. I would say I would lock in Orly. I'd lock in Orly.
Okay.
Or throw my boy Bill some love, William Frederick.
See, that's what I was thinking. Is I'd rather
cool.
go with a smaller designer because I think it's cooler. You know what I mean? Than just. I mean, look, if you're a big celebrity, you do it because there's like endorsements and there's ads and shit. And so you do a bigger brand. I understand what they're doing, but I think if I've got that kind of power and what do I give a shit?
Yeah.
Then I pick up someone little and have them do me up. You know what I mean? And what?
Confect, James Coward.
Yeah,
I think cool. I like either one of those for me. I mean, and I think that those are cool because people be like, "What the fuck is that?" You know? And I think if you let them like really like either of those brands because they're smaller, be like, "You cook," you know what I mean? Do something one of a kind. I wonder what they've got on deck for one of a kind.
Yeah,
because that's not something they're normally doing. They're not.
Whether it's fabric, silhouette, and brand new silhouette tailored to you, something like that.
I just want the fabric to be kind of wild. I think like, you already got good things going? Let's do fabric really wild, and then I would want to do something like. unexpected the rest of the way. You know what I mean? Like they can do that part. I want to wear like weird shoes with it or something. You know?
I was gonna say
I want to wear Air Max 98s or something.
you wearing the infrareds, bro? That's tight.
I hate that shit so much. All the guys that announce sports always are that. They're like, I got a big dumb suit on. It's expensive, so it's good, even though it doesn't fit me. And then I've got the stupidest shoes you've ever seen. I hate that look.
They've been for like NFL commentators. They put them in front of a green screen, but they're at the field in like an open room, and it's cold as fuck. So they've got on these millions of layers, like a turtleneck, a hoodie, and then some like nylon suit looking thing. And it's like, these guys are on TV. Somebody has to help these guys out.
Yeah.
But would you wear a tie?
I'm not a tie person, so unless it was like a mandatory thing, no. And even then, I don't know what version of like mandatory I would be like, I'm not gonna listen to what you tell me.
Yeah.
And in that case, then I would just get whatever, a plain black suit, well tailored to what I like, and then just do a plain black tie, very medium, boring. Like if I have to do that, but I don't like ties personally, so no. I would wear a sweater underneath it, like I always do.
Yeah. I would want Bill to source me fabric. That would be, the pant would be that fabric, the jacket would be that fabric, and I want a ball cap made in that fabric.
Like a baseball cap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the
Flat
shirt,
Bill New Era.
maybe the shirt and the tie are also all that fabric. And so it's fully
Oh my
just a
God.
full
Oh my God.
I think I could pull it. It's just a matter of getting the proportions right.
The tie and the hat matching, that is absolutely
You got like a
nuts.
po- you got a
I'm not
pocket square.
allowing it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Something like that would be cool. But a tie is mandatory for me. I love wearing a tie.
I think you don't need a hat for this. I think that's
Okay.
too much. I think that's too hard to do unless you're going all like really like laid back. Like I don't think that's it. I think you got to not wear a hat. That feels it feels like not the right.
Unless you do like
for
you pull like a Pharrell kind of thing where you wear like a fancier hat.
Yeah.
I know what I want
Like
now.
something big.
I think if I had to do a bigger like a runway, or maybe not, like I'm not necessarily like more blue chip fashion label, then obviously I guess I would go the row, as long as they can custom do it for me, because their shit on off the rack does not fit me. I don't know who it's meant for, but not my body type. But I would like that, or something where it's like kind of boring, but then I want a beret. I think that's how I make the thing work.
What color?
Black. It just matches. It's just all boring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then thong sandals.
I was thinking about the footwear and what
dog's
can
out.
be kind of thumbing the nose at the industry with a pair of shoes. What would that be?
I want open toe
Yeah.
for me.
Would you
Maybe I call Birkenstock and be like, look, I need this shit. I need a the what do I
Zurich?
wear? The Zurich. I need a Zurich, but I need a high quality fabric.
Yeah. Like some Cordovan.
Yeah, or something. That's gonna tear my shit up. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, I need something elegant.
Would you go get your toenails clear glossed and shit?
We'd get everything.
Yeah.
Not clear gloss. I just like them buffed, nice, super clean.
Yeah.
We're going for like a clean boy aesthetic, I think, is at this point.
Just in this moment, I've been a nail biter my whole life. I've gone back and forth. I still fuck with them. I've been good about not biting them, but I still fuck with them and will chew on. I'm gonna lock it in. I want to start getting my shit clear glossed. Fucking.
Dude, we put a little poison in them, so if you do it, you're in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Okay.
Put some rattlesnake venom in them.
And I think that I think that what you should do is you might need I'm trying to think, if you went blue chip, what I think would work from you. Galliana, something just fucking nasty, velour shit.
Yeah. So
Ferragamo. I could see
It's probably.
I want a female designer to dress me.
like Vivienne Westwood or something.
Margaret Howell.
Would
she do
that's
that?
cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this is fantasy world anyway.
Yeah.
So sure. Yeah, she would.
I think Margaret Howell is fucking tight, dude.
What kind
that's
of
cool.
jewelry are you guys wearing too? Like any kind of fun little things or no?
I actually do think it'd be cool to borrow someone's nice watch for this. Like a stainless.
I love that. Again, we're doing fantasy world, and you're like, I just want to borrow it.
Well, to be honest with you, with all the money in the world, I would have a nice watch. I still wouldn't wear it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not interested in that sensory thing. I want one to have it.
No, I know what we do. What I've always wanted you to do that you won't do. diamond studs for you.
Oh yeah, he has
yeah,
such.
yeah.
He wants me to have little diamond
Little
studs.
little diamond studs. I think you could pull it off.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of you in a weird way.
Yeah,
I think it's perfect.
Dude, I think it'd be interesting. We could AI that shit and see what it looked like.
I don't know, probably just like dainty jewelry. You know what I mean? I don't think it'd much differ from what I normally do. I don't,
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know what it would be.
You don't want a Goros feather?
Yeah, dude, I want to go. You have to go and wait in line, and then he chooses it. It's like, that is my nightmare. That like, I just fucking give me the budget, man. I'm not doing this shit, and you're not getting any. There's no spirit on me, pal. So just let me pick the size I want. You give me one of those big dumb things.
no
I suddenly owe
spirit.
this dipshit $20,000 for that thing.
Oh, son of a gun,
No,
dude.
absolutely
Son
not.
of a gun.
Absolutely not. I'm not John Mayer 12 years ago. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm not wearing
Yeah.
Goros. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Do we have it? Did we answer it?
I think that paints a pretty
What
good
about
picture.
you, Cole?
My first was probably Confect, honestly.
Yeah.
Like a
You love
slouchier
Confect, dude. That really is your shit.
and probably like a higher quality fabric. But I think like William would be really cool. James Coward would be cool.
Imagine this for you. Imagine someone does like an elegant overall.
Honestly,
Man.
yeah, I'd fuck with that too.
And with the blazer over the top, with
Yeah.
the jacket over the top.
But in like a
I
luxe
think
material.
This is tight.
It's kind of like workweary almost. in a
Nobody
way with
pulls an
the-
overall like Cole because he really does it. And he's comfortable in it. It's tight. I love when you do it in the summer with a tee.
We get you like
Yeah.
Gucci era Tom Ford glasses. We get the all black leather 992.
Yeah, yeah.
The overall and then a great jacket. And so you're basically doing you but elegant. That's what I think you got to do. You got to do you but like
Upscale.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I like that.
Actually, I don't know. I think, they've been talking about Dirty Prada. You seen any of the new Dirty Prada? That's what they were calling it. I saw they were like, it's like beat up denims and
I was just
workwear
thinking
and
like a
stuff.
herringbone twill
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool for you.
kind of situation would be tight.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you
Because
wearing an
the
overall
big
right
ones
now?
do matter. Just
Yeah.
because he ignores it or just because he has
Wearing
ignorance
overalls.
to it does not mean it's not important. He's
No,
influenced
no.
by it just like everybody else. He just doesn't know it.
I'm just amplifying the bit, y'all.
This year,
I'm sure those brands are cool.
This year, I want you to watch one fashion documentary. That's the
Ooh.
not the, so we failed the one book challenge.
I'm gonna
We're
watch
go,
the Dior and Me. I think is the one that would most.
I think
interest me.
either that. I agree. I think that's the best one for you to watch. I think if you were to pick a different one, Drees might be interesting to you
Yeah?
as well because
Ooh,
I think
yeah.
you'd really resonate with that in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. No, I'll do that. I'll do that.
I need you to have the understanding. If you still feel the way you do after that, then great. Let's discuss.
Now, listen. As with most other things in the world, more information only endears me to a thing more. Like I legitimately do like a story when it comes to clothes. I do like my things to like if I have a little nugget of information or I have some sort of like tie to it personally that makes it cool. So I'm sure that it will endear me to these brands. It'll be cool. The part of the reason, if I can be honest here, that I don't know about it is because I think it's too much to take in. I don't even know where to begin.
Sure.
And my mind is also swollen with dozens of other things that I have little bits and pieces of. So it feels like a big undertaking.
But
to
you
me.
don't have to. The one thing is, and I know it's just you speaking the way you speak.
Yeah.
You don't have to not care about it. You know what I mean? Or like, I don't give a shit about that. You just don't know it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Because I think the other thing is, I think a lot of people, this is the thing that drives me a little crazy about this. And we've gone down this road a bunch of times. But, like when people be like, oh, I don't like it because it's this hoity toity. And it's like, I get that. Fair, but like if you actually watch documentaries or read things about the different designers, I think you quickly discover that this is a lot of like rough battles to get where they've gotten. And I think in a lot of cases, not every case certainly, but the way we've gone about designers is certainly different than it used to be. Pros and cons there. Won't go down that road. But if you just talk about like some of the legacy designers, these people put in fucking work to get where they're at. You know what I mean? It's like in my opinion, in many cases, there's a lot of deserved legacy.
Yeah.
And like they took lumps and they've worked hard forever. You know what I mean? I'm not this is like a lot of these designers designing like 6 to 7, 8, 9, 10 collections a season. It's like, can you imagine? Yeah. These are not like 10-piece collections. I mean, that's like insane work. You're never off. Yeah. And I really respect the like level of dedication to that craft. I mean, I think anyone can appreciate that. It's the same way. I don't know anything about sign painting, for example, but I now know what painting is. And I also know that like I've seen the Sam Macon documentary where it's like, that makes me understand this more. And like, I don't know that I'm not gonna participate in it or whatever, but it does make you, when you walk past a window, stop for 2 seconds and go, which one is this? And you can really appreciate, like you do often, to stop and look at something and go, whoa, you know what I mean? That's crazy.
And I do stop and look.
You know?
You're right.
And I think that that's what makes that stuff interesting, is it makes you stop and consider, like, oh, and even if you're like, I don't like the modern era of it, that's fine. But I think you can also, if you understand like all that legacy, it really endears you, like you're saying, to the much more.
Yeah.
And makes you appreciate not only what they're doing, but how it impacts what we're doing.
Question, and we have talked about this on the pod, but I have a question.
I'm getting distracted. Sorry.
Designing multiple collections, and we've talked about this on the pod. I'm sure we have, but maybe just personally. But like, what I take from that is like, that's really cool that they were able to conceptualize. But like, I'm impressed by the actual people sewing the garments that are able to like. Maybe the designers are well trained, and I think you said in most cases they are. But then they have a team of like equally, as if not more impressive skill wise as a trade. Their entire life has been spent harnessing this skill of like, fucking. It's like when we see those niceness shirts that had the triple pleat and that you wouldn't even notice. It's like, that's impressive.
Well, we've talked about it a lot before. You're able to move through programs, draw things out, do that stuff, but you've said to me personally, you have troubles with the creative conception of said stuff a lot.
I identify more with the people behind the sewing machine.
So,
if somebody gave me a design, I could spend. I think I'm pretty good at my technical proficiency of painting. The creative process is what I really struggle with.
And just like a Steve Jobs can come up with the idea and push a thing and push the boundaries and push, you know what I mean? But he's only as good as the developers he works with, or the engineers that he's working with. The same thing that like most designers can only be good with how well the house has trained ateliers.
Yeah.
So I think that like they are connected, and I don't think any designer would say they weren't. I think we've seen a lot of the incoming trend tends to be there's creative directors and there's the ones who are the figurehead, but you got to assume people that went to school to do atelier work are not necessarily the people who wanted to be in the limelight, and that is part of it, whether you like it or not. You have to talk about the ideas, you have to talk about the inspiration, and then the execution of that. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's why I think that you'd be so interested in the Dior and Me thing, because that is like legacy, fighting against work, fighting against old ways of doing things. It's a real it's like a very point in time thing with fashion that's super interesting. That like the way all those things are interconnected and the way that they fight each other is and the way they compromise is really interesting.
Is there a Margiela doc?
Yeah, there is. There's two.
I'm interested in that.
Yep.
I am very.
They're much more heady
him,
because there's not a lot of information about him, because he's not
he like famously doesn't do photographs, interviews.
But when you see, there's one that I believe is what is it called? Something in Me, Margiela and Me, or Margiela and I, or something like, I don't know what it's called. Something like it's not Dior and I. It's like that. It's like, I don't remember what it is. But anyway, in that they're showing a lot of the things that you forget or just haven't seen, are like watching those collections with the designers talking about them at the same time, or with information like. And not just information about what the designer's inspiration was, but also in context to like what was going on in fashion and in the world at the time and why it mattered at that point. Because you might look back at an archive thing and be like, yeah, I mean, it's cool, you know what I mean? But I get why it would translate now still or whatever, and that's one thing. But if you start to go, oh, this was a point in time when no one was doing this thing, or this was very avant-garde, or this was
like
a
it might seem normal to
against,
us now, but back then it would have been
it provides context to
I
why those things. When you have to remember, if you have that kind of stage and I mean, you a lot of the people this is like generational wealth that has been shopping with like Louis Vuitton, for example, for eons. You know what I mean? You have families that you might upset when you do things. Like you understand like when you start to understand what the stakes are, and how like, with the Dior and I in that situation, how the atelier did not like him or want him because he didn't do things the right way or the way that they wanted. And him being frustrated that they're basically not working with him, but also understanding, I get where they're coming from. I'm going to have to inject some of my, it's like, that stuff is really interesting because you just don't realize like the pressure of that stage, I think is, I mean, you got to remember like, LVMH and stuff, these are some of the most, is some of the biggest companies in the world.
Yeah, not just in the clothing
money
space, just like a huge
they'll cut you and you'll be nobody tomorrow. You know what I mean? So if you worked all that way to get to there and then you're like, fuck, I've set a stage for myself that I can't mess up on. And I have to, and it's not just like I need to put out an album this year. It's like, you need to put out like at least 4 albums this year at minimum, and then you're gonna have to do that immediately next year because you'll be designing for next year already.
Yeah.
And if even one of those isn't received well, you're in shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like when you start to understand the the stakes, like I said, it really does. It puts a lot. You understand why it's important.
Yeah,
You understand
okay.
why that art's important. Yeah, I think.
I think it's either Margiela or like Margiela in his own words or something. Those
That's
are the
what
two
it is.
ones.
In his own words, that's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to think of.
But I remember there was a snippet. It was like him talking about, or the other people were talking about how when he went into Hermes, like in the early 90s, like or 2000s, and that was the big deal.
Yeah.
Because he like all these, Hermes freaks that he made just like really basic, comfortable clothing, which no one I remember like was used to like a couture.
It was minimalism for the
high-end,
first time. I mean, and you got to remember, this was like a time in minimalism when that was a like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? This is like the height of like opulence and all this other, like very much the opposite. A maximalism met with minimalism.
Yeah.
And so them going to Hermes, this is the height of luxury, but it's also very conservative, and it serves not just the U.S. but Asia,
So many
Europe,
parts, yeah.
everywhere. You know what I mean? So you also have to make sure you're trying to appease a customer on so many different levels, even though your job is to put your point of view in it.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
yeah.
The stakes suddenly become like, fuck, man, I don't know how you can't win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All the other than you just deliver and then hopefully it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's
it's
crazy.
like to get that far and work that hard to go, now just give us your point of view, and if we don't like it, you're gone.
Yeah, you're fucked.
That's hard. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's interesting when you get that context. I think it really makes a huge difference. Okay, let's move on.
I want you and Abby to get a dog, dude. You guys need 2 little
I
Pomeranians.
told you I don't know how many days away, but by Jeff's birthday next year, no matter what the situation is, I'm getting a dog.
You're getting
Yeah.
a dog.
Yep.
Good.
So on that day,
I love it.
puppy's coming home,
Hell yeah.
one way or the other.
So tight.
What is a piece you love on other people but hate on yourself?
I mean, I love like really elegant thin sweaters, but
Yeah.
I'm really fussy with them when they're on my body. And
I would agree.
And it drives me a little. I wish it could just be like drapey and thin, but it just whenever I have that on, I just pull and mess with it, and
Yeah.
So that is always one that I think about when I see it on somebody, especially women. I'm like, God, that looks so pretty, and I want to wear that, but it just never. I don't know. I'm too.
doesn't translate,
I'm too picky
yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, same for me. Knits.
It makes
love 'em,
me, Dean had that really cool Orly kind of like when he
The
was
crinkle
when
one.
he the crinkle one. So cool.
That looks great on him.
And I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I would love to wear it, but I know it would drive me crazy too.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of
Would
other
look
things.
great
I
on
think
him.
like medium length coats, like not to your knee, like kind of like little past the hip.
Kind of like a car coat almost kind of.
Well, even like some chore coats enter this
Yeah.
territory. I never stick with those, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know what it is, but the length for me, I think my proportions or whatever, I just don't like it on me. I don't know, but I like it on other people. It's just, when I put them on, it doesn't,
Yeah.
silhouette feels wrong on me.
But if it's longer, then it works.
Yeah, if it goes
better,
longer,
yeah.
I think it's fine. Like if it's like more to knee, we're okay. But the danger zone is sort of knee to hip.
Yeah.
That area length that doesn't hit me quite right.
Huh.
So
Even like a Beaufort or like a barber jacket
yeah,
typically.
I love the way those look.
Yeah.
I just think the length. Whenever I have jackets like that, they never stick in the closet for very long.
Interesting.
And I'll see one and I'll get one, and then it's gonna go soon.
Yeah.
So I think that's another one. I don't think of any other ones. I want to be more of a boot person than I am, but there's like a comfort and convenience level that sometimes like I will push back on.
Yeah.
So maybe that too.
Yeah.
I want to be more of a boot guy than I am, but I just
There was that
can't make that.
sick ass photo when you're at Independence of you smoking a cigarette wearing like a N65 and you were wearing some like
Beat ass jeans. right?
beat ass jeans and they looked like they weren't like Iron Rangers. I don't want to say Iron Ranger.
Oh, they
'cause
were.
that's, like,
I can
wrong-
tell you what they were. They're 1967 505s from Levi's.
No, the boots that you were wearing.
Oh no, they were
Yeah.
whatever the Oak Street. I don't know what I was. Oh, I don't know. Probably trench boot or something. I don't know.
And they looked great.
I am a perfect like Brannock 9.5. So
Yeah.
for like dress shoes, I'm sample size. So I
Yeah.
sampled everything. Plus I commuted. So like if you stress tested, it made most sense. I would do it because I'd
Yeah.
wear on a shoe really fast.
Yeah.
So I did that. So it's hard to know. I don't know which ones they were because I was getting new shoes all the time, which is like a kind of a cool thing. But my job was to basically break them in. So
Oh, I see. Yeah.
checks and balances. Like it was cool to get shoes, but it was a pain in the ass to break them in all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Chase, I know you were a boot man. in your past life. Would you ever get back to it?
Yeah. Kind of. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Feels too hard.
Yeah, I'm just like not.
You know what I mean? The material. Like if you had boots on today, to me that doesn't make sense.
No,
I
and
don't know
get,
why,
I
but-
get what I need out of like my Wallabies. I bought the Desert Treks in leather, so I'm still happy to wear leather shoes and leather footwear. But like a 6-inch boot with laces or speed hooks and this, that, and the other, with the silhouettes and stuff that I wear, it's just not my thing. So
I don't know. I think you could do a mock in like a suede.
I think like an 875 Red Wing. I think that I could do in like a suede. I would like that. I like the Oxford level that they do. The Postman 101. I think is cool. But like proper when you close like an Iron Ranger, something of that realm. No, that doesn't. I don't think that I would do that. No. Like you said, I would just, it'd be an albatross. I wouldn't want to fucking tie them and wear them. They're uncomfortable.
I was just thinking though that like maybe what I need to do is get on eBay and find like an absolutely had pair of Iron Rangers and then just have them resold.
Yeah.
And wear those.
I think they're cool.
Because once they're like cooked, that's when they're in a good spot.
Yeah, they're beat to shit. And you know, the back in the day, the Iron Ranger would come with that nitrile cork, you know, Death Wish in winter type sole.
Yeah.
Then they started putting the mini lug on it. So yeah, I don't know. But if I were to be honest with you, I'd probably buy a pair of Red Wings. Yeah. Red Wings are tight. And I worked at Red Wing. I think Red Wing's cool. So.
And I feel like if they're always beat, they always look better. Because even when you use the 875, like you see someone with a brand new pair of like the cognac leather and they're wearing like skin tight, whatever does their photos, they need to work on that. Where it's like, you know, thin ass right into the boot. It just, it always looks weird.
Yeah.
It looks goofy.
You know, out there in the world, I've given away so many pairs of Red Wings to people. Kid in Town Ludacris, he inherited 3 trash bags full of boots, jeans, sweaters, things that I had just acquired over probably 8 years that I was like, I can't fucking look at these things anymore. Buddy in college came out to visit when I first moved here. I gave him a pair of like Beckmans, black Beckmans from Red Wing. Buddy out here got a new construction job, needed a pair of boots. I gave him my beat ass pair of 10.875s. So I've had them all. I've done it all.
Yeah.
Not my thing right now. I'm kind of a Wallabies through and through. But you know what? I've been back on my Bostons. I'm ready for it to warm up so I can start wearing my Bostons again. They're really comfortable.
I think that like I'm committed to the boot thing. I was wearing the R Legacies a bit more.
Love those on you, the quarterjays.
I'll keep working those in. There's a great German Shepherd over there. I'm distracted now. But I think that like I gotta find a really like boring looking pair of like beat black boots. But I would wear a boot more so than I would wear like a Postman or something. To be honest with you, I would rather go all the way up.
boot
If it's a chunky thing, I'll find one that I like.
Yeah.
You know, Red Wing, when I worked at Red Wing in Ohio, Talmadge specifically. So if anybody out there lives in Talmadge, I'm really sorry that you're there. I bought a pair of, they were like exclusive heritage. They were Postmans, but they came in, I'm not going to be able to think of the exact color, like olive suede. Those are dope. Those were part of that giveaway. I should have kept those.
I think you just need to find a pair of something suede.
Yeah.
And I think, because like if you just get a suede pair of mocks, how is that different than the high version of the Wallaby? It's really, you know.
No, it's not. And I'm much more, if we're talking Wallaby, I'm much more privy to the boot than the low. I like the boot more. I'm wearing the lows today, but I like the boot more. The silhouette's better, I think.
Interesting.
I did get those Gore-Tex dark brown ones. Those are tight.
All right, we got one more. Are we good?
Yeah, let's hit another one.
Let's do one. Then I'm gonna order me some Jimmy John's.
If you had to explain your style using only one movie character, who would it be?
That's interesting.
I think, well, there's 2 that are coming to mind. One that I emulate nonstop, and there's only so many outfits to even choose from it, but I don't remember the character's name, but in the movie A Summer's Tale, I've referenced this before, the way he dresses is what I like. It is like beachside, but for some reason he only has black and denim and white pants, and he looks so cool.
Yeah.
So that would be number 1, even though it's obscure. I think if I have to go number 2, and I don't love everything this man's worked on, but probably Billy Crystal in When Harry Met Sally. I like that that look from that era. Not just the big sweaters, but also like him at the baseball game or the football game or whatever it is. And when they're visiting friends and stuff, he's always doing sort of jeans and a blazer or like jeans and like a turtleneck, and it looks very like regular guy, but kind of elevated. I love that look. So maybe there.
He's wearing like Air Forces in those, right? Isn't that the sneaker
he does.
he's wearing?
He does have a lot of footwear I'm not stoked on, but I know it was kind of, at that time. At least it's like Cortez's and shit. It's not like goofy shit, but it's not like he's got Air Force Ones on or anything.
The thick fisherman sweater is dope.
Yeah, with the fisherman sweater.
I can't think of anything. If you guys have some suggestions, I don't know.
Would you be Rob Lowe and
Parks and Rec?
What about No Country for Old Men? You could do maybe one of those guys.
Oh yeah,
You like that movie?
Yeah.
I love No Country for Old Men. Yeah,
He wears like a black leather, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you could be that.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, there's like, for instance, One Flew Over a Cuckoo's Nest. Who's the actor in that?
Jack Nicholson.
I can never. There's Jack Nicholson, and then there's Jack Nicholas, right?
Well, you should know that.
Who's the golfer?
Jack Nicholas, right?
Jack Nicholas. I
it's
get them
Jack
mixed up, and I
Nicklaus.
can never
Yeah,
remember which one's son and which one. Jack Nicholson in that movie wears the watch cap,
Yeah,
the white
that's
shirt,
pretty
the
good
denim
for you.
jacket. The silhouettes are not there, but like, to me, if I really truly just had a pair of black pants and or jeans, a white t-shirt and a denim jacket and a beanie for the rest of my life, I really don't need more than that or want more than that. Everything else is icing on the cake. So that would be like imagery wise, I really like. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I think that's probably it. You know what though? There's one style. I don't think I dress like this, but I think the dude looks cool. Itaewon Class. It's like a Korean revenge drama show, kind of. The main character in that dress is really fucking cool. I just always thought he looked really dope. So yeah.
I like that.
I think that what's the guy that's always eating in Fast and Furious?
Han.
Yeah, I feel like that's good for you. He's
Yeah.
got like cargo pants and a black shirt on.
Yeah. And he's like swaggy and cool.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I'm not going to recount the story. It's too long. It's too convoluted. But the bit of my buddy, he was too drunk at a party, fell off of like a railing, broke a rib, and so we brought him back. And we're at my buddy's house waiting for his mom to come get him, and he's like really hammered, and he's in and out of like crying, and then like rapping a song. And we start talking about Tokyo Drift and how Han died at the end, and he starts crying again. And we thought like, no, dude, your mom's almost here. She's on her way. Like, you okay? He goes, yeah. Han was my favorite, and he was crying about Han. It was just like, I like nothing.
That is the impact he had on young men at the time.
Nothing that I say to explain it will properly communicate the moment of realization when I realized he was crying about Han dying in Fast and Furious, not that he broke a rib.
You take any man around your age that's going through a little bit of a crisis, and you bring up Han, they're gonna be a few tears shed. I think is just the reality. You know,
Timbo, that in that scene, the scramble, they filmed that.
Chase, you have told me that we've been to Tokyo how many times? Every time we're there,
Timothy,
right here. That's where they did it. It's like, I know,
dude.
we do it every.
They did it without permission
There's
too
also
from the
like
city.
55 cars that look like that outside of there. It's like, you can't miss the area.
Oh, yeah.
And every time we're there, I'm like, as we walk up, I'm like, here we go. We're gonna.
You know how many like R34s and Supras and shit we've seen parked like within a block or two of the scramble is crazy. Like the sheer amount of that those cars exist all in one place is crazy. I also do the bit where I tell you honey is like the only thing in the world that virtually doesn't go bad. I think that's really cool.
So many
It's
times.
like the coolest thing in the world to me.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, let's do a wrap up here. We got a lot of things kind of cooking. We got, I know one right away. Candle restock.
Yeah, hell yeah. People have already been digging into
the
that stuff.
Petricorn tobacco is back in both sides. It's online now. If you haven't in a while, she's there for you.
Yeah.
You know,
She's flying too.
tried and true.
Yep.
What
I got a
else?
stamp more today, actually.
New Visvim, spring summer 26. Visvim has landed a portion of it.
Yeah.
Not all of it. We got some retailer exclusive jackets.
Yep.
We got some crew necks. I'm wearing one right now. We got some skagways. We got
the engineer boot kind of.
the engineer boot.
Two boot.
Yeah, the two boot.
The two boot.
So that is up and live right now. We have APFR restock on the way. That should land soon, hopefully today. Cones are in that. So all your favorite scents Cone incense will be in that. So, we have the pull push product. Everybody loves that. A couple of times people are like, damn, though, I don't have cone incense. I wish I could burn my favorite APFR scent in the house. You know what I mean? In this area. So now you can. So we'll have those up.
It's all the scents of incense in cone.
Everything, yep.
Everything available in stick. Everything available in cone. Everything available in the room tag.
Because it's all banging.
Yeah.
I love APFR. Shout out our rep too. If by chance you listen to this, you're the best. They're like I love them.
Nicest person.
Yeah, nicest person. What else?
Shoes, a lot of shoes.
We got a bunch of Solomons.
I don't know if they're all
Yep.
online, but they're going.
Solomons are received. They may have gotten photos, I don't know, but we'll do that today. Asics are online.
I just sent off some niceness. I sent off Rototo.
Fuck yeah.
Rototo.
Yeah. Hey, what did I say? Don't roll your eyes in front of me.
What else?
I'm hyped for Rototo. I've been eagerly awaiting that restock because I finally copped the socks and then they're sold out. So I'm gonna buy more just reset my shit entirely with more Rototos.
We got double RL too.
Double RL.
We got some. We got a unbox
Beams
right
Japan has some stuff that was ready.
Calendars
that we
matter of when
elected
they
to have
come,
them come now as opposed to later
Yeah.
because obviously then you can get it.
I
with
feel like
use.
there might be some other stuff, but
There is, but I don't remember
pieces
what
and
it is.
parts. But we're looking good.
Yeah.
We're looking strong.
And sale.
Yeah.
So at
as
time
of
of this
today.
going live,
Yes.
It'll be tomorrow.
I'm giving it to Patreon today. They're gonna have it today. They're gonna have it Wednesday. This pod goes live Thursday. At time of listening to this, I don't think I'm speaking incorrectly. This is how we will do it. I will have already marked down sale for group 1 to 30%. We're not going to email it about it until tomorrow, which will be Friday, again, at time of this releasing. So pop over to the website. If you're a podcast listener, you're going to get it right after Patreon, right alongside Discord, before the public gets it. Group 1 will be marked down to 30. A lot of good stuff in there. I just added the tags. It's dope. Things that are standing out, some Orslo, some Harrell, and a few other hitters. So pop over and hit that. We're going to have an event. We have a Orslo collab, like we've said, that's happening next month. Obviously, that is we are bound by ship dates.
Yeah, we're not. I was going to say
it depends on when the product arrives, but that's what we're planning on.
We have to get the perfect picture of you running around in it.
I'm going to run fast as fuck past the garage door, and I have a video that I will execute on my own because everybody doesn't like it, so I will do it by myself.
I like it.
Thank you. So we're going to do that.
It's not about not liking it. It's
No, you guys
there's
don't like it.
no chance this is going to work is the problem.
I literally, the bit I'm thinking is the cold open from The Office where they're singing the
God,
you know what I'm talking about?
Like not even like a liked thing amongst Office fans, and that's what you want to emulate.
You'll see. It's just gonna bang. Everyone's gonna be hype as hell. That's about it. To be honest with you, I don't want to talk anymore. So I think that's about it. We got a lot of product. We're a closed store. There's a lot more clothes to come. Anything, Timbo? Shout out all the new members of Discord. We opened up the Discord late last year. There's been a whole influx of new folks. It's really awesome to see the new people, pod listeners. It's just cool. So it's not lost on us that y'all choose that as your third place to hang out. Like the old Starbucks guy used to say, it's cool.
I've gotten a lot of nice messages about the podcast personally lately, which is always nice. There's no reason for anyone to do that. They're just saying they like it or they fuck with what we're doing or think it's funny or whatever it is. And that's very nice. I tend to dismiss it all. But genuinely, thank you. It's like, it's nice that it makes us want to do it if people are like into it and are happy with it.
Yeah.
And certainly there's plenty of days where we come in here and go, I don't want to. I don't feel like doing this. But it's like, no, people like it. They count on it. Makes them happy.
What? We're going to
complain.
We got to sit here and chit chat for an hour. It's all
fine.
good. So it's all
fine.
good. So thank you for real for
but
being here.
it's very nice. It's also
so
nice for you to
flattering.
reach out and say something because there's no reason to do that. I've never reached out personally to a podcast and said thank you or I like it. So it's really kind that somebody does that. So
Yeah.
So, thank you.
So it's not lost on us. It's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to order some Jimmy John's.
If we go any further, he's going to cry about Han.
I'm going to cry about Han. We're making chicken paprikash tonight. I wanted to throw that in as a last aside. I forgot about that. I'm very excited to be eating that with some egg noodles. So
you guys have like 10 total recipes that you use and you get hyped on them every single week. It's really a
life's
wild
good,
thing
baby.
to see.
Life's good, baby.
Life's good. Just like those cool t-shirts you get at like Lake Towns. Life is good.
Yeah, with a little stick figure. Yeah, that's tight.
Shout out.
Yeah. Maybe what we should do, Timbo,
I'm getting you a
is
Life is Good tee for your birthday.
let's go to Myrtle Beach on vacation this summer. Let's take a weekend.
I'm going back to Florida, and
we might come with you. That sounds fun.
That I said you should, if everything lines up, you got to come too.
Yeah, that sounds fun. We should try to do that.
Yeah, we can get a light. We get a
Man.
What's that other one? Salt Life. We get some Salt Life.
Salt Life stickers.
Oh, God.
Salty Dog Cafe, I think,
Hell
is another
yeah.
one that people
Hell
have.
yeah.
It's
They
like a dog
they
in a
got that in
raincoat.
South Carolina.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Oh, Black Lab. That's like an East
yeah.
Coast thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, actually, too, legitimately, I'm going to say this out loud. If anybody is listening to the pod and you live in Wisconsin, if you would be open to it, I need you to source me around 72 bottles of Spotted Cow, Cole? Is that the name of the brewery?
Why 72?
That's just the number we decided on. It's divisible by 12. It feels like that's a reasonable sum. 72, 96, 56, etc. I don't know if 56 would be part of that. Nonetheless, if you could source me, I need you to. I don't think
Have
it's
we
a way.
talked about what this is for?
No, but we haven't said it.
Do we want to? I feel like we shouldn't put it at the dead end as we're.
No, we'll talk about it in the next pod. But we need it for a thing that we're
We
going to
got
do.
a thing going on.
I know
we
what
got
this
a
is
little
for.
If
thing
somebody
we're
can
cooking up.
source me the Spotted Cow shit, I'll make you a label. We'll do the thing. But if you're living in Wisconsin, please shoot me an email, message me on Discord if you think you have a way to either like pop into your local liquor stores and pick up a few cases, what have you. But we'll throw some love. We'll do a trade, whatever. But if you could get me some of that, we need it. So that's that. If you're listening to this far in, and
Yeah. So
All right.
we got all the Wisco residents. Hit them up. We need beer. We need you to do an illegal beer run for us.
illegal beer run.
Is that illegal?
It's illegal to ship beer, I think.
They're gonna drive it.
Yeah, they're gonna drive it.
We think they're probably gonna drive it.
Yeah, I just decided that.
All right.
Wisconsin's not that far.
God.
You know what? Ever since
Okay.
we had who is our guest that lives in Wisconsin? David, I can't think of his last name. Author.
Oh, Coggins.
He's kind of in the back of my mind. I'm always spinning. That's what I want. I need to move out into the woods, live in Wisconsin. Me and Michelle will have 12 dogs, have a garden, obviously a bunker. Give me that Spotted Cow. See you guys.